ways like misty memories slipping between the synapses, reverberating post slow, this not to the shadow remains at least until you imagine over the enduring of the eternal energy for the morphing into existence itself with the revealing of within the ebbs and flows. And I explained that this synchronicity to bound to pour another little, over the little for the boring, but the soul for the such this erase that linkage over your existence, the bound understanding for the lessons goes. This is the melody for the traveling across the universe. You commands to commence or commence that down to be offense to defend or defend for the person to walking down those streets to hear about the pop of the thinking over the whether or not you could be me, even for the straight hit for the gun to pieces and over the stone across the floor for the hands of that for the clasp in yours and yours pulled into for the reality of an attachment for the connection over the fear to wait for this to wait for ever that do not be fear or life's retreat to begin again for the reminds me of how thankful they are for the enough of the world to be so cruel that they're rinse and repeat for the rinse of them then to have that it's supposed to be. Where it's supposed to be, the made to be, that was supposed. I suppose it was the resigning of the fast of the gentle days of the confection of the simplicity for the dream, but the fading into the clouds, the interference of the matters spun to you. And not quite there yet, for this is the big, the glimmer of the hesitation. With the red you found, the dreams, the matter for the distance, all the not quite there yet, just all just that you need for your eyes to be soft, or eyes to soft, the softest lips of this to speak, the softest place on earth and warm the chest, the temple for your heart to be the beat. Who am I to judge for who to drink the wine, for nine and out to look at me now. You can see the still that sometimes it's hard to find. They're chasing your dream for the following over your plumbing in the glittering trails. Echoes of the forgotten, stillness of the forgotten place. Dust clings to the corners of the old memories of the whispers flutter like the moss in the shadows. Or rather but not, you have the hollow for the hollow, beating earth for the lamp of the dance of the sunlight for the walls of the fading room for the crack of the mirror that reflects nothing for the ghost of the past and the figments of the fragments of the wind with the lingering over the scent for the dry earth. The droplet of the story for the be told again for the abandoned house of this to be the floorboards creak out of the wait for the silent conversion for your conversations for the echo in their groove. Walls to lean in, listening for the heartbeat for the now known as and now there's a now for now the forgotten souls. This is one to be waiting for weeks. We the taste perceive the shadows and even the thread for the figure of the distances for the instance for the now. We're trying for the blur for the rest of the age of this vibrant for the ash, this the soft the pressure dust of this across the surface of the grave the wood to touch. Trees stand seen, this the roots, tangled in your story for now you saw. Shelter for the embracing of whispering secrets of the wind, for leaving your chorus inside. In harmony with the passing of the seasons, for reminding yourself of the moments left behind. Beneath that surface of the river, you can carry the current, the echoes of the fragments of laughter, for the splash of the childhood memories, of the days of the growing you fainter, for every pulsing you have for the becoming memory. And the flicker for the light, for the corner, for the dusk, and the side of the street, for your foot falls and falls and lingers, for the echoes of the yesterday they dance. Side from the west to romance yourself at the cracked pavements, written in the fading and grinning, for the graffiti, for the whispering, the hope you once bold, not quite. Shout the rebellion for the silence and being forgotten. Pardon for the city for the spit, sit for the stone, the engraved with your name for this who sacrifice your dreams and woven into the fabric of life. For this to be the heartbeat for the pulsing over the stillness and with the living to remember. And listen closer than enough to embrace your echo for every forgotten tale for the hands are reaching quiet out loud. Brushing against the air for the grasping of the essence, but you wasn't there for the vibe and for the live, for the reminding us of the echoes of the forgotten. Or I could be the same sense inside and forgive me. Or for long as we remember, I can truly fade away. And resonate for the within the hearts of the reminding us that once we live, it shall be beloved, be lived, love, echoes from above. Wait for the shoulders of the beautiful, and every raspy voice in the way to ease. Found the ease of the classic thing, providing the essence, the results for their bread again. Finding anything small, they're scared to stare, they're just swearing they're scared enough for not to find a second and waiting results. With the hassle to try to, for the never done hustle over the echoes that still rings and your hours are stretched along the silence and the loud. Lose stress and just traverse the city streets. This is the last window, whip it up for the dirt on the road. Find a stroll around the weather, but not you know the frivolous revelation for the bleeding you through the rhythm. I can find a play to play this constant, find conscious of the convenience. Or whether or not the jukebox plays, the coins drops in from crack. The lingers were never once behind the harsh chamber, forgiving the grief the most dissipated. Your lips, laughter for the lingering on your lips. This place to find a voice, this friend can't contain, chained to hometown, whether the brain is the same. You can remember the onyx, the black, the round, the near, the deep in the side of the ocean, the color, whether you can find nothing is. This is the place and nothing of the words can so approve. This is the word to run for the pigmentation of your oblivious announcement of the autumn. And illuminating your grounds, the most to find the shades of gold and gloom. This is whether or not you consume the echoes of the mind, the bipolar that makes you feel like it's to be trapped here, not against the rails of begging for it. What you reach out for rosaries and roses, I fluttered in open haze green for the focusing of the briefly unfamiliar places you can found. Begin to recall for how you blew decided to go on, for the impromping of the getting you can find the need. An aroma freshening, cook the feel for the air, for the glasses of the nightstand, for you could talk so closely with the interior. With the preparing yourself, if you couldn't admire the place of your muscles that are beneath the skin, for the join you. With the radiating for the body, for the warning, and wrap yourself with arms around it, the suppressing softening you can find there to the back of the core, for the tighten to smirk playing down lips, this is lip and smile warming enough for your whisper, for I can have it. Leaning, go down, press gently through your dreams and tease, this is the fine ease, the sound is offended, you got the playfulness of the sound, for the unmistakable for the nuzzling your face of your chest. I must confess, the reason why you have cruel nature for this to be sounding different for the nothing you can hear. Cars nearby pass by this place, there's also hear birds on the street in the back. This is the goal for the beat bounce that the value for the pressure is just the same. The side effects of these can be forgotten for your distance, and the side effects can be tend to be worse than the person that's I can find the beat for the other person this time I ever told you that the numbers don't make sense in solo performance for your ballad for discipline in your stomach again. A dream, eyes closed, wish that didn't stink. 2 stones tossing, my fingers were crossing everything. Wishing for the love at first sight intertwined, for this is not the figment of your ligaments. This is not the apathy, the gender, this is restlessness. Simplicity, holding hands, talking, eating breakfast, break fast, body art. Smile, lips apart, for this is melting the climb, the seduction of work to sign the space and time. Now I can find a rhyme to remember you, to think fast enough to sit back and laugh at the story. The moments they're meant to be lasting forever. In certain trip that you're going to tease the flesh and fingertips can be coming down the storm, gasping for the fractured area of your prayer for edging your teeth. You speak bread and your butter for butter to be. Daily bread would never be said. Together with your bony fingers and your must be. You're grown enough to nightmare and find place and want to find the gold and everything over your sight. I was stupid. Begin again for this to be the dripping seeds, so I'm gonna add it for the hoop, save me now, and swallow with the whisper, but you're finding what you're saying. Marshall all the way to begin again, not to repeat the whispers that interrupt. Through the walls, the ripples of the life, the enjoying himself with the dark. Don't judge me. And armorless of the understanding your naked did endure your open wounds, the founder just shattering over your shoulder, roses and kneeling on over your tongue. For the bitter stab with life is to live long, young. For the loneliness of the peace that can't decide whether to hold me over the whispers that interrupt. It was just a dream. In hindsight, the red face became cold. This was blushing, good enough for the weather for so dark and cold. The endless trails of light and spit. The killing over the murder outfits and the cause and effect, the effect, the cause, the made the cause and no effect. The hush between the heartbeats, between that synapse, this reverberating, pulsing slow. For this is not the shadow that remains.
Hit me with music, hit me with music. Hello.
Letter to the scribble, stop, question. Said it before, another girl become aware of what stutters. This doesn't care because what's important will be impertinent. The facts of daylight doesn't smile. Not they don't suspect the things that smile now. This is just a sinking in the wars of the spine of slumber. Brothers begin to wonder for the cross country you would wonder too. I ain't just a place for us for this to be the snow. Winter cold for this you more than something burned bright. Miss you now, this is all I know. But thinking we're too young for love, but this is the promise that you eventually broke. Magic eraser, but this is the way that you make me feel. So alive a youth and have a humor. This is be the impending doom mixed with that. This is the tale for certain features. This is pretty, but it's not a lot of days that you don't have the thought be different. Stole for me the counterfeit affection, impending doom for what was mixing you deal. This is the pretty enough to feel a lot of days you don't. I suppose. You think if I haven't really wanted to deserve it, this is why so you could find a way to this would be beneath the breeze of this is when I block the ocean, and I can find the love and inspiration. Enter into the heart for see your dreams and do eyes. I untamed heart for adorned by you. Proudly, the sea came poetry. This is suntan, no promise, slippery rock. The right to question them. You know, reasoning over your defending your personal heavity. This is all I can think of for now. Odds to contain your against through the style. Even if you found me, I don't want you to. This is the rosebud for talking about the anchor felt. Skillful and never the deception so that you can make a fool out of someone sometime. Once a skeptic for this, it has to be a reverend for the old belief. Talking, taking, body, once to improve, promising what you do right now. Deserving bigger, more. You split the wishes. This is need to be the asking for permission. Hell, there wasn't condition for the vanishing of the depths in mind. In the middle of the verbose night, you facing eyes and how about for the vanishing of the sight? No abstractions here. And proof of your articulation for the weather, but you can have the abstractions but not the elusive involving your vocabulary, I suppose.
Out of the dungeon of desperation and despair. Yes. Out of the erupting volcano of self-destruction. Yes. Out of the cold, empty desert of loneliness and separation from your fellow man. Out of the quagmire of self-hatred. Love, 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 love. Out of the insidious pull of negativism, yes? Out of the cesspools of self-pity. Yes? out of the stagnant, putrid waters of impotency and self-doubt. Yes! Yes! Love! Love! The power of love can drag you away from me. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Could you maybe do something for me?
Yeah, what's up, baby?
Call me mommy.
I'm sorry?
Who's your mommy?
Baby, I
Feels good, doesn't it? Call me your mother.
I want to turn you on, and I want to do whatever role play you want to do, but full disclosure, I'm not going to do the mommy thing. It makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I'm not going to call you my mother.
Mama? Why not?
I have one mother, and when we're right, I don't want to, right? Like, that's a pretty fair...
Look, I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
Like, it's like, hey, Mom? Like, I don't...
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, what's up?
Have you eaten enough today? Yeah, oh, just because, you know. 有可能可是老公比 when he's hungry. Call me tu madre.
No, I don't want to be your son. You're gonna airplane me the food? I don't...
Open up for mom.
Yeah, this is it? This is turning you on.
God, is it not?
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
Someone made a poop.
Nobody made a poopy. This is turning you on.
Oh, that's not her. Oh, this is so hot.
This is turning you on. I think you need to talk to someone. I don't like being tickled. Baby, seriously, I don't want to be tickled. I don't want to be tickled, baby. Seriously, stop, baby. I don't want to be tickled.
I am your mother. Baby shark toot.
I don't want to be anyone's son other than Donna. Stop. Please.
Mommy shark toot. Sorry, could you maybe